our friends at Gully Lab.
Bro, you were selling kulfis.
The shoe or the ice cream?
No, the ice cream.
Somehow India is not cool for Indians. So that is the journey where we are on. We are trying to make everyday stuff that we go around with somehow feel aspirational.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Coolest collab you've seen in India so far. King and Nick Jonas collab. Dude, that was so bad. Brand managers need to stop doing this.
What do you guys think of Gully Labs being featured in Allu Arjun item songs?
5 different Gully Lab sneakers in this song.
It's always been a trade-off between style and comfort. Why do you guys think that happened?
I also generally think that people in the South are much more open to new concepts. In the North, I feel like
So aim big for your own good, chase your dreams and never give up. Culture Circle, we in this.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of In the Culture, where we talk about all things that are cool and in the culture. And what's up in the culture this week is our friends at Gully Labs, the most iconic brand to come out of India since Mahatma Gandhi. So guys, Animesh, Arjun, welcome to In the Culture. To brief up our very cool audience, give me a quick brief back up. What has been up? How do you guys meet? Where do you get the idea for Gully Labs? Because it's super fucking cool.
I think it started because I think both of us were very painfully aware that somehow India is not cool for Indians.
Okay.
That was the starting point. And it is not easy to make India cool for Indians. So that is the journey where we are on. And I think everything that we look at, we are trying to make everyday stuff that we go around with somehow feel aspirational. मैं बहुत ही मतलब deep तरीके से start कर दिया, but at least that is the thought that animation I really align on, and that is what sort of guides the brand.
It's basically, if we take that as your brand guide, then I don't think it's just restricted to sneakers or even fashion for that matter. Which is why you have a shoe called Kulfi
Correct.
as well.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, these guys had a pop-up at Galleria, I think a couple of days ago, no? And there was a Kulfi card. This Sunday you had one. How did that go?
Pretty good, bro. You were selling kulfis like it was the pop-up.
The shoe or the ice cream?
No, the ice cream.
Okay.
The shoe launched a day later, but we were like actually out there selling kulfis. The original idea was to like sell kulfis, but we did not have sales permission, so we were distributing kulfis for free. Like people were playing games. They were like there was like a few steps to get a kulfi, and then people.
Permission to sell Kulfi?
Yeah, bro. Galleria is like
License, whatnot, bro.
No, but okay, guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
wow, looks like an elephant's foot.
The winner show, which is Gully Labs and Culture Circle collab. So guys, what are your thoughts?
This is where the comment section should pop up.
Yeah.
People want
What is the first thought that pops up in your mind when you see this?
Bro, somebody said it looks like an aeroplane. Like when you keep the two together, it actually looks like it was inspired by an airplane.
Dude, it's very comfortable. So I've been wearing this for the past 7 days. Super comfortable. That I feel a lot of our Indian sort of footwear brands don't get right is comfort. For example, right? I think when I first tried on the shoe, I think that was my first feedback to even you guys as well. That, you know, this is super comfortable. Like I'm someone who wears like a Yeezy 350 just day to day because it is the most comfortable, right? I'm not someone who's going to be wearing high top Jordans for like 10, 12 hours a day. It's just not good for your foot, I feel. Usually I've seen a lot of global brands, they nail comfort, frankly, right? And we don't think twice about it. Jordans particularly don't nail comfort, but on average, they do. But a lot of Indian brands that I've tried, apart from Bata, of course, they're the OGs. But it's always been a trade-off between style and comfort. Why do you guys think that happens?
I think the simple answer is very boring. That brands that have invested more money into R&D end up creating products that are more comfortable, and brands that are just, I would say not as fortunate to spend on such things and have a lower entry price point and so on. It is just a lesser level thing to solve for them. This is a boring answer.
So you're saying that you focus more on the product, spend more, and then bring it to market.
Someone has to pay for the cost of research, right?
But do you think like there can be a very comfortable sort of lifestyle sneaker that's still cool and looks nice, say under 4,000, and it's still comfortable?
100%.
Why does it not exist though?
Maybe it will.
It's hard to make, bro. I'd say like
coming soon.
But no, 100%. I don't think ऐसे style, comfort, pricing, ये सब साथ में या exclusive होने चाहिए. You know, you should build for things that people want and actively solve for them.
So I just saw you did a collab with Royal Enfield, I guess.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like you guys just approached them, they approached you, you did a pop-up.
We got an inbound from them, and they're like, you know, we want to do something with you guys. The way you talk about your product to your people and how we've built our brand, like there is alignment of values there and so on. And they were launching their new motorbike K variants, the under 350. They're like, can we do something around that product, that launch? And let's collaborate and do something there. So we worked in a record 45 days with their team in Gurgaon and in UK. And it was quite an experience to work with like 100-year-old listed company brand. And we got it out there. It'll be launched more properly in next week and so on. But it was an interesting experience, I would say. And obviously like what they built. So
No, but you're saying from ideation to production,
yeah.
it took you just 45 days.
Yes, 45 days. And I think the longest time would have been on the legal agreement, to be very honest.
So I'll tell you something, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I feel is a lot of these brands, not particularly Royal Enfield, but every brand, right? We also get a lot of inbounds from like, I'm sure the same sort of brand. What they want to do is these brands feel, okay, we want to make ourselves appeal to Gen Z suddenly, and we want to tap into the young audience. And the first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, let's partner up with a sneaker brand.
Yeah.
The marketing managers at these brands are so distant
And
from Gen Z and incompetent. They have no idea. तो उनको लगता है, अच्छा, they get a brief from the senior leadership saying appeal to Gen Zs.
नहीं भाई, वो ChatGPT करते हैं. What is the coolest thing in India right now?
Correct.
What are the top 3 brands?
Correct. और वो आ जाएगा sneakers, for
Yes.
example, and then they'll cold reach out to everyone. We want to do something with you. And they usually have no context, no brief, etc. And they just want to sneakerify either for an event or a collab or something. What do you guys think of this? Because I just frankly think it's just not well thought out, and it's mostly it ends up looking very forced and very stupid. I know very big brands that are doing this, car brands, for example, in particular, trying to go in, and there's no thought, there's no natural alignment at all.
At least we've not seen a very coherent collab come out of this country yet. If you look at ALD's collab with Porsche, if you look at what Virgil did with Mercedes, right? Like the physical product needs to have a designer's or a design brand's design elements integrated very nicely. It can't be a logo battle, right?
Correct.
तुम्हारा logo यहाँ है तो हमारा यहाँ होना चाहिए, and we have to like balance each other's logos off because it has been happening. That is what people use as reference as well, and that is what is it is sort of a reinforcement bias. If brand A comes to brand B for a collab, in an ideal universe, there should be products that are native to both the brands. अगर तुम टाटा के साथ collab करके एक show बना रहे हो,
Correct.
and in an ideal universe, Culture Circle should have some inputs to a limited car that Tata launches, and then the shoe should have elements of Tata, whatever, like
Correct.
in some way, right? But that does not happen because the power dynamics are like completely different.
Right. No, but do you think that even just like sneakerifying
Yeah,
a brand just makes it even cool in the first place? Because to me, it looks so fake,
yeah, bro.
so inauthentic. In general, I can see they have force-fitted a sneaker brand, for example, or like something they consider, or a streetwear for that matter, like forget sneakers. They have the second GPT answer. That's very correct. Sneaker cool hai or oversized t-shirts cool hai. So the second thing is they'll collab with a
What was that t-shirt?
and
280 GSM
size t-shirts is the second.
GSM equals quality.
Correct. So they just collab, XYZ brand collabs with a streetwear brand, and now suddenly we're Gen Z. So I just feel like it's very, very forced, and brand managers need to stop doing this.
Seriously.
What's the coolest collab you've seen in India so far? For any two brands, apart from us, obviously.
In the music scene, I'd say Hanuman Kai and A$AP Rocky collab was
Whoa.
like that is like some real collab.
What do you think about King and Nick Jonas collab? Dude, that was so bad. I was at Lola when this happened, and the moment that happened, I switched to the other music line. And what about SRK and Dua Lipa? Have you guys seen that?
That's quite nice. I think it's a very
That was a good blend.
like, that's iconic people, right? Like
Diljit Ed Sheeran collab was nice.
Like they opened for each other, no?
Yes.
Then what about this one? This recently happened. Disha Bharti is looking super hot in that.
Oh, Karan Aujla.
Karan Aujla and One Pub.
Bad Republic, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I thought the song was nice. Maybe like I have a commercial taste in music. Like Karan Aujla's music has been like very commercial, very like
I like
always in the trend. So I liked it.
Devansh making me listen to it for the first time. Putting
That was a
phone
video.
on my dash cam and with the video. Like,
Yeah.
watch it. And I was not driving at that point. What do you guys think of Gully Labs being featured in Allu Arjun item songs?
Yeah, we are really part of the cultural zeitgeist now. I think it's damn cool song. At least Allu Arjun is wearing it. I don't know why they didn't have the women.
Which song? Which song was this?
Feelings.
Yeah, this is
Pushpa 2.
Pushpa 2. Dude, it's not. And Allu
Well,
Arjun.
5 different sneakers, 5 different Gully Lab sneakers in this song.
Dude, Allu Arjun is like the SRK of
Yeah.
South.
Damn cool, man.
They reached out, essentially picked up like a collection, or you recommended a collection.
They were confused amongst 5 shoes. We said, why don't you take all? And he ended up liking all. So he wore all the 5 shoes.
And have you guys seen a difference in sort of the taste and what sells in the South?
Actually, did end up launching a shoe for inspired by Kerala as well, right? Last year we launched like this collection called Nadu for Kerala.
I'm sorry, what is it called?
Nadu with yeah, it means root. With
The
that
reason I'm asking is what we've really seen. Color sells way more in the South.
shoe.
For example, so anything that's bright green, yellow, orange, whether it's apparel,
Yeah.
whether it's sneakers, they sell a lot more in the South versus in the North. We've seen typically your black, white, navy, like the
Sober ones.
sober one. Exactly what everyone is wearing right now. Clearly, we're not. Dude, we sold like a green LV AF1 for 8 lakhs in Hyderabad on our launch day. And I was taken aback because that is a shoe which is very flashy and nobody would pay 8 lakhs for it. And Hyderabad sells like crazy. That was a very different learning. I am sure you should try it out. Like, especially this Royal Enfield collab. Just go through your analytics and see where you're getting like more searches.
But I also generally think that people in the South are much more open to new concepts and have an intellectual way of looking at things as well. In the North, I feel like, what other people can see and say, okay, that is, a cool thing. Like outside signaling works more. In the North, South it is much more intellectual, I feel, at times.
Okay, guys, so we have a section called the Gully Labs Honesty Hour. Okay? Which is actually, it's going to be like 5 minutes because it's like 5 questions. But you just have to not think and answer. So be 100% candid with us. Do you think most Indian sneaker brands are just trying to be cheap replicas of international brands? So then 5 seconds.
Yes,
One,
yes,
three.
yes.
Are there certain brands that come to mind?
Multiple.
Okay, first letter for all brands.
F.
Okay.
Phonetic.
Okay. One Indian sneaker brand you think will not be there after 2 years. And why?
ऐसा नहीं होगा मेरे को लगता है. Unless कोई मर रहा है अभी, I think they'll all be there.
But you think will be irrelevant? Irrelevant, not.
I think बहुत सारे already relevant है, but वो फिर भी बिकते हैं.
हाँ, okay.
मतलब, a lot of sneaker brands solve the need of जूते खरीदने हैं हमें.
Correct.
वहाँ पे कोई ऐसे self actualization वाला काम हो नहीं रहा है.
One artist that you would love to build a whole collection around.
There are 2 actually. Like we have our own wish list. I think Diljit and One Kind both. Like we both really admire.
And it's also like उसकी वो line है ना, I'm not an Indian rapper, I'm a rapper from India, right?
Yeah.
I exactly don't know what he meant, but from at least my perspective of how he puts himself and his work out, it is like very strong. ऐसे कि मैं इंडिया से आया हूँ और ये मैंने एक दुनिया बनाई है अपनी.
So crazy revelation if he's coming back to India making music
Yeah.
from the roots.
Yeah.
That's
One artist which you will never collaborate with.
King. Guru Randhawa.
There goes your future potential collaboration. So what's your opinion on Seedhe Moth?
I love Seedhe Moth, man. Like Seedhe Moth also like artist
Something
and
one
would
would
love,
collaborate
yeah,
with.
would love to do. The name I think just like
Probably.
people just don't forget.
Yeah.
The name is like
And even the music, honestly, like
yeah.
sometimes it's spitting fire.
Facts.
Yeah. Most stylish Indian celeb right now. Who do you think has like the sneaker game on point?
I think Diljit.
Diljit.
All
Agreed, 100%.
all sneakers that he wears to all
It's
shows.
mostly Balenciaga though.
It is mostly Balenciaga, but the way he
I
styles it,
wouldn't call that sneaker game being on point.
that is maybe not experimental as much. His style is very Balenciaga, and it has been that way for a really long time.
Badshah too for that.
Bacha over that matter, yeah. But I think the way he carries it, AP Dillon as well, like a very versatile way of dressing up.
Nice how you said AP Dillon and Diljit in the same sentence. I thought that was not allowed. You can't do that.
And rivals, but good taste. That is why they're rivals, I think.
Okay, who do you think out of the current sort of Indian lot of celebs, artists, whatever, over indexes on trying to be too cool and trying to just overdo streetwear.
Guru Randhawa. Don't know what streetwear. Did not hear the whole question. But trying to be too cool. Guru
Trying
Randhawa.
to be too cool with that, like fashion.
I think it's Sophie Motiwala. I think he gives spicy takes for everyone, but whenever he dresses up in something, it just is, very unlike the spicy takes that he does.
Any more relevant celebrity? You have to actually a celebrity. That actress, that celebrity, Urfi something.
Urfi Javed. Urfi Javed.
Yeah. Even she is known for like she is a celebrity.
She's a celebrity.
BTS. Urfi Javed. She's also known for her like very out of the place outfits. No, I've not seen her. Just
Sitting before that's a very nice dress.
we'll put forward. Where is the dress? That's the problem. It's to croissants. Yeah, she has a Netflix special on her.
Oh really?
What? Basically, she is trying to replicate. Have you seen the Kardashians?
Yeah. Is she the? But
She's trying to replicate Kardashians for India. It was her, and I think Ori was also there.
But they need more, right? Like the Kardashians have such a
Exactly.
Grace, Kendall.
Exactly. Divine or Diljit?
Then I like Diljit a lot. Dresses well, invests in his personal
He has an actual sense of humor.
has an actual sense of humor as well. Exactly.
तो वो बहुत सही लगता है वो जो पहनता है ना यहाँ पे ऐसे vest
Supreme Ganesh pehanta.
I think that's like damn cool. But yeah, the whole Punjabi costume on the Jordans.
Yeah.
नीचे. I really wish वो Gary Labs पहने, but I don't. पता नहीं कैसे पहनेगा वो.
If you're watching this, I think this is the perfect shoe for Diljit.
Actually, yes.
Too bad. This is a very Diljit.
Yeah, very.
This is a very Diljit shoe, by the way, guys. I think he should wear this because he is a true winner.
But yeah, I really appreciate skill in general. And Diljit, like, I think acting, dancing as well, singing, like.
Divine is unskilled.
No, Divine is skilled in one, like he's a one-dimensional, very skilled person. But Diljit is like good actor as well, man. A great actor. I watched this clip where Imtiaz Ali said on some, I think it was Kapil Sharma somewhere, where he mentioned that Shah Rukh Khan actually said that Diljit is like his favorite actor in Bollywood.
Oh, yes. I know. And
Yeah.
they said he's a natural at it.
Yeah,
And Diljit was like, actually, I'm the most terrible actor because I've never learned it.
Yeah.
These like,
exactly.
okay, guys, we're going to play something fun. So, you know what's a blind ranking?
No.
Okay, so I'll tell you what the game is. I'll show you a sneaker brand. You have to give it a rank between 1 to 6, 1 being the best, 6 being the lowest.
And we don't know what's coming next.
But you don't know what's coming. The first one, okay, that's called Butternut. No, it's not. Forget the shoe, just the brand.
5, 4,
5. Wait, we have to choose one. Collectively. Consensus.
5.
5.
This is last
Arts.
6.
Why 6?
because of all the expectations that went away.
So if it wasn't Ranbir Kapoor's brand, let's say, then would you think differently of it?
किसी का भी brand होता if you had looked at all the lead up and all the storytelling and what he was
What do you like about Arcs? What do you not like about Arcs?
I don't like the name. I only like Ranbir Kapoor's association with the brand. I think the shoe could have been much better given the lead up. Like they had a good 3-4 months, 5 months.
What do you not like about the shoe?
If you go to the website, right, the product photos are not clean, the edges are not sharp.
Have you ever seen like an actual Arcs shoe?
I haven't seen it, but like the photos were not impressive. And also like launching a whole collection, like basic t-shirts, ye wo 50 cheezein, it just like did not feel like a premium brand at first.
And what do you like about, say, Comet?
Like the last few collections and colorways have been really nice. Like I would buy it.
I never bought Comet.
Yeah, I did have a pair of Comet.
Oh, nice. This is before starting Lucky Labs, after.
So Comet launched 4 months before we did.
Okay.
So I think 1 month after launching Gary Labs, I bought Comet. Not to experiment, but just to see, like, I just happened to like the shoe, so I ordered it for
Because
myself.
of the color.
Yeah, because of the color, yeah.
And what about you?
मेरे को ये जो latest drop आया ये वाला, like I feel like this is a really good drop that they've put out.
Recent one. So the next brand we have for the blind rank, that's Rare Rabbit.
मैं तो इन दोनों के नीचे होता उसे.
नहीं, that's the point.
सही में कह रहा था. 4 देते first वाले को, second को 5.
Rare Rabbit.
अब तो 4 ही बचा.
The lowest ranking you can give right now, which is 4. 4, 5, 6 gone.
Yes.
The next one. This is Unity of collab.
अगर Rare Rabbit last है.
No, so Rare Rabbit is 4 now.
4 है.
Where would you put this?
So when this comes 3, I've told you this. It is planted. It's like,
So wait, you're saying it's worse than Rare Rabbit?
no, like 1 notch above Rare Rabbit.
3 is fine. 3 is fine.
Okay. Fair. Okay, so this is 3 now.
What is this now?
Guys, Red Tape.
I think red tape can be really up high on the cultural zeitgeist. Yeah.
Correct. So they're relevant.
Yes, they're very relevant.
Surprised as to how relevant it is in a discourse about sneakers.
Yeah.
Across platforms,
Yeah.
online and offline. Red tape, where is it on the ranking?
Number two.
Number two. At least cultural relevance wise, I mean, they kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Apart from all of these brands, which brand would you give number one right now? Sneakers, come on. Any brand in the world.
I love Golden Goose. I also love Saucony a lot.
Converse.
So Converse and Golden Goose, two very different styles. Why Converse? Honestly, like I'm not a big fan of like.
I just think it's a brand that just transcends rich, poor, entry level, old. Everyone gets it. Everyone wears it. My first Converse, very strangely, was so my dad is in the Air Force, right? I was posted in Nasik के बाद एक जगह ओजर, वहाँ पे कैचियल टाउनशिप है, एयरपोर्ट भी है. I went to Nasik and there was a Converse store open. Like this is back in 2007 or something. Like very random, and it only had Converse, and that's the first time I saw Converse. इतने सारे colors है दीवार पे लगे हुए हैं, and 1800 के बिक रहे थे उस time पे. I'm like, damn, like this is something really cool.
And I think
कुछ तो power है. Golden Goose is also a star. Converse is also a star.
Bape is also a star.
Babe is also
They were a star.
The Bape, there was a very popular also.
Yeah, Nike and Babe.
Yeah.
But beyond all of these like other brands, I think I don't want to be forcefully unconventional. I think Nike definitely is like number one.
Okay, perfect. We're down to the final segment. Okay, which is gonna give you some celebs, right? And you have to tell us whether they deserve the winner shoe or they do not. So the backstory of the winner is we just thought we were actually very inspired by the campaign that Nike released, right? And just around the same time, we were talking about a collab and what can we do. And I was just, I think I had also seen it, you'd also seen it, and we were just talking about that campaign as well. And that's sort of the original idea for, the winner sort of came about to be that winning isn't for everyone. So why don't we make a shoe to represent that and to represent sort of the sacrifice it takes for people to actually achieve something or to get an outsized return in any domain that they're in, right? So I think that was the idea for the winner. And because of that, now we have celebs.
Who are not winners.
Some of them might be, some of them might not be. And so the idea is you can give out only 5 winners. Okay, because again, it's a numbered pair. There's only very limited these only 42 in the world will ever exist. So it's a numbered pair. So we have about 15, 20 celebs, and you can give out only 5.
Are these all Bollywood celebs only?
No.
They are athletes.
Global. They are a mix of global. They are probably but all people who are relevant. Music. Yeah. Everyone in the culture. In the culture. Okay. So the first one, Pratik Kohad.
No.
Diddy.
No.
Jeezy.
No.
Charlie XCX.
No.
Badshah.
No.
How about it? Bianca.
No.
Not Bianca. Why not Bianca?
Bianca doesn't like.
We also had one winner already. We can't get two.
Okay, one coming to that. Kanye West.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I fucking agree. I know that.
100%.
Why run on this? Andrew Tate.
No, man.
Doja Cat.
I like her. Yes.
Weak yes.
Okay, and it's Travis Scott.
I don't know if this is unpopular or what. Like, I don't like Travis Scott as much.
What? Yeah, that is very unpopular. For the audience who's watching in the culture podcast, you don't think Travis Scott is a winner?
Well, it's like some energy, man.
Yeah,
I got some energy.
good energy. Like, maybe I've not been exposed to his universe enough. I've not.
But you give him a winner though. Actually, you can plead the fifth on it. I'll give Travis Scott a winner. Zendaya.
Like Bush.
Does she deserve a winner shoot?
No, I don't know.
Really like her acting. Like, I appreciate her skill for sure.
Okay.
All in for skill and winners. Like, strong
Okay,
correlation.
fair. But
Purely on skill.
yes, okay, that's 3. Blake Lively.
No. Strong no.
Sunny Leon.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
saying
but she's a winner.
Yeah, 100%.
See what she is now, combating everything.
Okay. Tom Holland.
Strong, yes.
Strong, yes. Yeah, I love him for his personality. Yeah,
Great actor.
and we're done with all 5. But
Oh, yeah.
then let's get in one wild card.
Okay.
So I'll give you a hint. There are roughly 7, 8 left. And you have one wild card.
Okay.
Okay. Easy. Kangna Ranaut.
No.
No. Not a winner.
No, no scene.
Rahul Gandhi.
No.
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 Riya Chakravarti.
Who's that?
No. Chapter 2 co-founder.
Who's that?
Chapter 2 is
What is chapter 2?
it's a streetwear brand.
Riya Chakravarti, winner or no?
I would love to hang out with her though. She seems like a cool person.
Yeah, she.
I can give her a buzz from our own collection. Seven different pairs.
Fair. I tell you also, you have to give it to one. Hailey Bieber, Dua Lipa, Kendall Jenner.
Dua Lipa, come on.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah, fair. She wins by a mile.
It's like not even like
Very happy with
same list.
Fair.
Even another list.
We're done with this now. Real questions.
Yeah.
How do you fire people? So let me just intro. This was a conversation we were having behind the scenes. So now we'd like to take it on camera because we'd love to get your insights on what is up.
the things that they test for are very different than what you test for in a startup. So when you get hired for a Bain, for example, or for a bank or for a tech startup, you're tested on critical thinking, basic analytical abilities, and some sort of academic background.
Correct,
Some
correct.
like these are
Filter.
mostly sense checks and filters, and they check for some spikes because you have a lot of lead time to reach excellence. Like if you're competent and confident, if this is an XY plot, if you lie somewhere in the
The
first
consultant in you is just out there now.
no, if you lie in the first quadrant, right, like high competence, high confidence, you will make it. Like even if you're just there, right? With startups, you have to start delivering from day one. And as founders, you don't have a lot of time.
There's a Z-axis of execution bias.
Exactly.
This is for outcomes.
There is intent is something you can't test. Intent is something like people have mastered answers because of so many like
Interview.
interviews and like these school applications or something like that.
Something motivation.
Yeah. People know how to lie. Like nobody will come to an interview saying I don't intend to like work hard for you, right? But when you're actually put in that environment, that is a test at least we've not been able to like crack yet on how you.
It's a really important thing
Yeah.
because every moment you're not going forward, you're dying.
So like what startup is surviving for the next day.
For example, if I were not doing Gully Labs and if I were to apply to, let's say, a cool sneaker brand, I will put in those like 5-10 days upfront to get there without actually trying to understand कि वहाँ काम क्या होगा. Like I will instantly say yes if like Nike wants to hire me for the Royal
You'll
Rumble.
be very motivated also because it's Nike.
Yeah, I will be motivated, but there is like that's where the dissonance is. To be motivated enough to deliver versus actually delivering with that same mindset when you get there and doing it day in and day out and like over and over again.
3 months. Like
Yes, exactly.
phase is over.
Exactly.
You
So
can't be consistent enough with the motivation.
first 3 months,
Yeah, honeymoon phase we've faced.
yeah, sure.
You know, initially everyone, give me this task, I'll do this also, this and this also. 3 months later, at some point, some people just regress to the bare minimum
Yeah.
that they can do and pass by and do a passable job at it.
If you get into a firing mindset, you stop investing time in the hiring process because you always know you can let people go, right? So as founders, like Arjun said, like it is a skill that everybody should own because you are also responsible for somebody's career, right? Like somebody took that job with you because they let go of maybe 5 other opportunities because they thought you were doing well and that
Correct.
you had enough conviction in them, right?
It's also like a bit of like a psychological setback for people early in their careers as well.
It's like rejection or
Rejection, and it takes like time to get over it.
told also.
You're told exactly, and then you are sort of responsible for your actions, even though you can justify it that to make company can like which is why you're doing it. So therefore, it is I think founders' responsibility. It is your reason why someone's getting fired, and not their reason because you made a hiring mistake.
Okay.
Or you did not have a good enough hiring process to actually sort of nail that.
So essentially, if you're good at hiring, so you never have to let.
Also, I'll tell you another sort of, if corollary is the word, the best people are not the ones that are applying to your job. They are happily somewhere and you have to actually extract them and convince them to join you because they will not be, therefore maybe you should have a very active outbound process. You should be talking to a lot of people because the best founder's office associate is probably really happy and pushing in his job.
Yeah.
He has no reason to look forward to working with you all.
That is a good way to look at it. Like we have thought about it in very little manner. How do you guys look at this? You know, like I get what you're saying, but here's where I disagree. What Dipinder does at Zomato, for example, every 3 to 4 years, he'll almost fire the entire leadership team. People have helped him build up to that stage, and he'll fire them. His point is very simple. These people have seen the 0 to 1 journey, they're just not that hungry anymore. Right? And that hunger to grow to the next level is gone. So then he'll get a fresh pool of talent, either he'll promote or get from outside the company who are hungrier to put that in. And he's done that twice or thrice in Zomato's lifetime.
I'm sure he has his own reasons.
Yeah.
We've not reached that stage yet where we have like $1 billion company and people have
$20 billion company.
We're not even like 3 to 4 years in operations.
yeah. There is a fix to it as well because the
I think the identity alternative, the counterpoint to Zomato's point is something like Reliance. Reliance with a pura family culture hai. Whereas, people for 20, 30 years that Mukesh Bhai trust, they're the ones still at the top.
मेरे को लगता है वो ऐसे बहुत ही strong innovating culture नहीं है. मतलब I feel like it's a bit of an infrastructure regulatory capture.
So Reliance and Jio ka scene is, I saw this somewhere,
They like to buy up companies who are breeding, and they like to corner all industries. So उनका ये नहीं है कि who are we hiring, who are we firing. उनका ये है who can we acqui-hire and just corner that industry. So they don't do any hiring process as such. वो acqui-hire मारते हैं.
मतलब अगर उन्हें सेलफोन में जाना है वो टावर ले लेंगे सारे के सारे. उसके बाद फिर नेक्स्ट तो
brute force.
ब्रूट फोर्स कह लो या बड़ा रेगुलेटरी वो बोल लो कि ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, हमें वो बनाना है, सारे मॉल खड़े कर दो.
That was a good fucking podcast we had with the founders of Gully Labs.
हो गया क्या?
The home to great amazing sneakers, Culture Circle and Gully Labs.
See you guys in another episode next week of In the Culture, where we keep you up to date with all things that are up and in the culture.
Do it for your hopes, do it for your dreams, do it for the culture, we do it for our circle. Do it for your hopes, do it for your dreams, do it for the culture, we do it for our circle.